Hi, my friends. Welcome to class. My name is Angie. Today we are going to be moving slow. We'll be sitting in meditation for a little bit. We'll be focusing on our breath and working into the hips. Really trying to increase, or I'll say balance, Apana Vayu. So Apana Vayu is this downward, outward flow of energy. It aids in menstruation and elimination. So we'll be focusing on that today. So if you are on your period, it's a great class for you, just to kind of calm the nervous system, to cool the body, and to encourage this outward flow of energy. Let's get into it. So we'll begin actually in a seated position. So you can choose to sit on a block if you'd like. You can choose to sit on the knees like this, whatever is comfortable for you. We're gonna be here for just a couple minutes, just to anchor into the body. So find your comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. Sit up nice and tall. We'll inhale the shoulders up by the ears. Circle them back and down the spine. Do that again. Now just bring your awareness to your breath without trying to change it or control it. Just allowing it to come and go as it pleases. So really just noticing what feels good, leaning into that. And you can take palms down if you're feeling like a little bit more grounding is needed, or palms up if you're feeling a little more open to receiving. And we'll do a little practice of dharana, concentration. So we're really focusing the mind here. A lot of times when we are on our period, there's a lot of movement going. So we try to kind of concentrate the mind to calm anxiety or any other fluctuations that are coming up for you. So take a deep breath in. Exhale it out the mouth. Breath in. Exhale out the nose. Begin to envision a gold light at the base of the spine. And as you inhale, watch it travel all the way up the spine to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, awareness as it drops back down the spine. So we're watching this light travel up on the inhale, travel down on the exhale. Building a little prana. Inhale. Exhale down. Keep going, drawing out the breath, making it a little longer and slower. And down. Now see if you can make them equal. Do 6 counts in, 6 counts out. Keeping the attention on the light. Soften the jaw. Soften the space between the eyebrows. Soften the shoulders. Relax through the belly. Blink the eyes open, and then just crawl the arms forward, taking a seated fold here, giving a little relief to the back. Keep the breath moving, nice and controlled and slow, so we're not really trying to force the breath, letting it be long and easeful. Really allowing the body to soften, being gentle with yourself. We'll inhale back up to a seat. And then if you're sitting Sukhasana, just uncross the legs here and switch your cross so the focus is now on the left glute when you fold. Lift back up. We'll take Pratyapana, so sitting up nice and tall. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Left hand anchors down, right arm reaches over. Take a breath in, open the heart. Exhale to look down at the ground. Inhale through center. Right hand to the mat. Left arm reaches over. Inhale to gaze up. Exhale to look down. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale to twist. Do that a couple more times with your breath. Inhale through center to the right. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale to twist. A couple more rounds at your own pace. So we're really working into the 6 movements of the spine, warming the spine while grounded through the sits bones. Inhale through center. Exhale to round for cat. Stay here for a moment. Take the hands on tops of the knees and then round the back behind you. Maybe even playing with your balance a little bit. See if you can maybe massage the back muscles here by pressing the spine away from you. Maybe a little rock side to side. And then inhale, press yourself or pull yourself forward. Shine the heart forward, pull the shoulders back. Stick the butt out, taking an extra round of breath as you inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, round. Inhale forward. Exhale to round. Inhale forward. Round. Couple more. Good. Come to a neutral spine. We'll take Baddha Konasana in the feet here. So feet together, knees wide. Go ahead and grab the big toes, and then I like to kind of wiggle my butt out of the way. So the fleshy parts of my butt kind of out, so I can really sit tall on the sits bones here. You can flutter the knees if that feels good. So we're really just kind of working into the pelvis while staying really rooted and grounded at the same time. Explore what it feels like to move around. Maybe some circles here in the hips feels really nice. Keeping the spine tall, we're not rounding, so core is engaged. A little core engagement is really good for cramps. Couple more breaths here, just feeling around, switching directions if you have not. All right, and then from here, we'll take our right hand to the right knee, left hand to the ground behind you, and you're gonna just push that knee into the ground. And then squeeze the knee, press the knee into the hand. Release the engagement, press it back down to the floor. Okay, so I believe this is called pails and rails. I could be wrong, but we're engaging, pressing into the hand, activating, and releasing it back down. A couple more. Also, option if you'd like to have a block under the bottom hand on the ground. Couple more here. Inhale to press, lift. Exhale to release. One more. All right, we'll switch sides. So left hand to left knee. Press it down to the ground. Ooh. On an inhale, squeeze the knee up, engaging through the thigh, pressing the knee into the hand, and release, letting it go into the ground, squeezing it back up. Release. Inhale to engage. Exhale to release. Let's go one more here. Release. Beautiful. Sitting up nice and tall, grabbing those toes. Now actively press both knees down towards the mat. As the spine grows tall on the inhale, exhale to hinge forward, just as much as you can here. So we're not forcing anything. We're not rounding in the spine. We're keeping the sits bones anchored down to the mat. We're really trying to kind of fold in to the space between each hip joint. Maybe a gentle sway side to side is supportive. So we're really just trying to increase the blood flow to this pelvic region. That healthy circulation to support us during menstruation. You know, there's a lot going on down there. Cramping, releasing, bloating. So some healthy blood flow will serve us. All right, sit back up. We'll send the legs long. Ooh. Maybe you shake out the knees here. Squeeze the toes. Take some circles with the ankles. Beautiful. And then we'll pull the left foot into the right thigh, Janu Shirshasana. So sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna face our torso in between the pelvis. So we're squared here. We're gonna twist towards the left knee, left hand or right hand to left knee. Inhale the left arm up, and then exhale to round over. Taking a really nice side body stretch here. I usually like to take my elbow, my forearm to the ground here for support. And we're just reaching with the left arm. Inhale back up. Left hand plants behind the left hip. Inhale, lift the hips. Take a little back bend. Exhale the hips back down. Send both legs long. And then right leg, right foot meets the inside of the left thigh. Again, square the hips. And then twist towards the right leg, left hand to the left knee, right knee. Inhale the right arm up, and then exhale, hinging over. Nice side body stretch here, breathing into the right ribs. Inhale back up. And then we'll send both legs long. If you have blocks or a pillow or a bolster, slide those babies under your knees, okay? Get a little support here. Nice bend in the knees is always good. Sit up nice and tall. Feel free to untuck that fleshy part of the butt. Inhale the arms high. Exhale to hinge forward. And always an option, this is your practice, take what you need. If you don't like the blocks under the knees, you could remove them. I'm actually deciding I'm going to keep one block under the knees. I'm going to put the other block on top of the bottom block, and I'm going to use it for a little support here under my chest. And if this is too high and you want to go down a little lower, you can move it down. Place the forehead on it. But we're getting a nice posterior chain stretch here. So you should feel this, the entire back body, all the way up to the muscles in the neck. So notice where you lose connection of the stretch. And then I'll invite you to lift up halfway, draw the heart forward, and then refold and see if you can find that stretch through the entire back body. For me, I tend to lose it in the upper back here. So I have to really tuck my chin to my chest. All right, we'll sit back up. We won't stay here too long. I know this can be an intense one. Remove your blocks. And then we're gonna just come to a forward fold. So plant the feet, lift the hips, fold forward. Take the feet out nice and wide here. Grab opposite elbows.
Release through the spine. Shake the head out, yes and no. And we're gonna avoid really being upside down much today. Anytime you are menstruating, you never want to do inversions. You never want to flip upside down. You want to encourage the energy to flow down and out, and we don't want to reverse it. It's kind of counterintuitive to our cycle. So this is about as far upside down as we will get this entire practice. Otherwise, we'll be rooted through the feet and through the hips. All right, heel toe the feet back together. Go ahead and grab your blocks, place them out in front of you. Place them out in front of you far enough that your spine is nice and long, but there's a nice gentle bend in the knees here. And then pull the hips back. Ooh, I got a nice shoulder crack there. As you reach the arms forward. So just really lengthening the spine here. It's kind of like a halfway lift, but with the arms extended and the hips pulling back. You'll feel this activation through the legs, right? So there's a lot of engagement going on, encouraging the blood flow to our legs and our feet, hips. Keep breathing. See if you can keep your feet really rooted. Letting the heat build here. Beautiful. Walk your feet to the blocks, to the top of the mat. Fold forward. And rise. Nice and slow. Take your time. You've been upside down. Reach the arms up. Palms lower down through heart center. We'll move slow. We'll take a few half sunes. So no downward dogs today. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Press through the feet as you reach high. Reach through the fingertips. Energy pulls down through the heart. Send it back up and down to the ground. Forward fold. Lift up halfway. Flatten the spine. Engage the core. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Energy to the heart. Send it back up. Fold. Inhale halfway. Fold. Rise. Anjali Mudra, palms lower down. Send it up. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms lower down. Breath in. Breath out the mouth. One more breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palms. Left foot steps back, left knee drops down. Option to take the blocks under the hands here. And we'll come into Ashwasanchalanasana first. So torso's kind of leaning forward.
We're really anchored through this front foot, and we have ankle stacked under the knee. So if your foot is out here like this, draw that foot back in, stack it under the knee. Hips are squared, so your left hip pulls forward, your right hip pulls back. Long spine, reach the heart forward. And you should really be feeling this through the hip flexor here. All right, take a breath in. Exhale the hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. So again, our hips are squared. So if your right hip is kind of forward like this, just drag the foot back so your hips are in line. Pull the toes towards the face, lift up halfway, lengthen the spine, and then from here, fold. So we're maintaining integrity through the spine, targeting the back of the leg. Maybe you lower your blocks down to a lower facet and fold in a little more. Maybe we're not using blocks, that's okay too. If you need help and don't have blocks, a stack of books can be helpful. Water bottle can be helpful. All right, we're going to inhale forward and reach the arms up. So Anjaneyasana now, a little more active. You can press into the back shin to take some pressure off the back knee. So again, we're moving slow. And we're going to take our right hand, if you have a block, to a block. If you don't have a block, just take it to the right hip. And we're going to lean the left arm over to the right, getting a little bit of a stretch through the hip flexor up into the psoas. So you'll notice how it kind of travels up a bit. Good. Inhale through center, hands to the blocks. And we're going to tuck the back toes, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Feel the difference from the backs of your left leg and the back of your right leg. Notice the space we've created. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back, right knee drops down. Ashwasanchalanasana. Stack your heel under the knee. Left hip goes back, right hip forward. So we're nice and square. Keeping the heart high. Dropping into the hips. Breath in. Exhale the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Maybe you walk your blocks up. I like to keep the blocks stacked under my shoulders. When you're ready, just hinging forward, finding a comfortable spot. Your next breath in, Anjaneyasana. So plant the foot down. Inhale the arms up. Again, you can press through the back right shin for some activation. This will take some pressure off the right knee if you're feeling a lot there.
And then exhale, left hand to a block, right arm reaches over. Breath in, breath out. Inhale through center. Exhale to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, step to the top of the mat. Again, notice the difference. Maybe you're feeling a little more even here. Shake out the knees. Folding in and down. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee drops down. Ashwasanchalanasana. Reach the heart forward, breath in. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, forward, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands to the blocks, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Lift up halfway. Fold. Again, lift up halfway. Right foot steps back, right knee drops down. Inhale the heart high, Ashwasanchalanasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Let's go one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Left foot back, drop the knee down, Ashwasanchalanasana. Inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, Anjaney. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, top of the mat. Lift, halfway. Fold. Lift. Right foot steps back, right knee drops down. Ashwasanchalanasana. Reach through the heart. Exhale, half splits. Inhale for Anjaney. Reach the arms high. Side bend to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, top of the mat. Good. Take the feet nice and wide from here. If you have blocks, feel free to use them. We're going to place them under the hips, and we're going to go for Malasana here. So dropping the hips down. Supported is going to feel really nice, especially if you're menstruating, which just less effort. And, our energy is low. Our hormones are the lowest. We don't have this support that we normally do during different phases of our cycle. So it's really important to honor the energy that our body is giving us, not trying to push it past its limits. Really just noticing this awareness of what the body actually needs, not what society is telling us we should be doing, rather than having our own autonomy and choosing for ourselves based on our own experience. Take a breath in here. Close the eyes. Blink the eyes open. Go ahead and remove your props. We're gonna sit the butt down. And we're gonna come in for a little bit of core activation here. Again, we know that this helps with cramps. This is beneficial. So we're really balancing our effort and our ease here. So we're gonna set up for boat. So however you wanna take it today, I'm going to use support. So you can grab behind the legs, you can have your hands on blocks or on the ground. And then we're gonna begin to lift the feet off the ground here. Nice tall spine. And then maybe you lift one foot and then the other. We're just finding a little bit of balance. And maybe you're like, oh, I can do this. You pull your hands to the heart. Maybe you pull your hands to your heart and you're like, nope, I'm not feeling that. Take the hands behind the thighs. Again, rooted through the sits bones. Energy flowing down. And then see if you can just control the breath. Slow inhales, slow exhales. Trying to keep it steady. Big breath in. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Send the legs long. Practice isn't over, but we will take Shavasana for a moment here. So legs long, arms long. Allowing the body a moment of rest after a moment of effort. All right, we'll bend the knees, plant the feet flat on the ground. And we'll set up for figure four. So right leg towards the sky, cross the right ankle over the left knee, press the right knee away from you. And when you're ready, thread the needle, grab behind the left thigh and pull this whole setup in. Keeping the breath going. And I'll invite you, if you are someone who menstruates, to just reflect on the stories that we tell ourselves when we are feeling low, when our energy is low. What is it that we say to ourselves when we are maybe not doing or being or feeling as productive as the world tells us to? Are we shaming ourselves? Are we saying things like, oh, you should be doing more, you should be doing better, you're not doing enough? And can we maybe try to change that narrative? And maybe instead of you're not doing enough, maybe the change that you make is thank you for slowing down. Thank you for honoring my body when it's tired, when it needs care and gentleness. The movement will be there next week. Trust me. Big breath in here. Exhale, let the legs fall over to the left. Coming into a twist. So you can unhook this left ankle, stack the knees here. Maybe grab behind the thighs for some support. We're gazing to the right. Right shoulder anchors down. I guess really what I'm trying to say is that you're doing enough wherever you're at.
whatever you're doing. And shaming ourselves along the way doesn't do anything but hurt us more. So instead of shame, can we change that to gratitude? Gratitude for honoring and listening. And doing something that works with our body instead of against it. Inhale through center. Plant the feet down. Left leg up towards the ceiling or sky or wherever you're at. Then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Press the left knee away from you. Y'all know my lefts and rights are questionable sometimes. When you're ready, go ahead and thread the needle, wrapping the hands behind the right thigh. Soften through the belly. Notice where the body is gripping or holding on. See if you can invite in a little ease. Breath in. Exhale, twisting to the right. Feel free to uncross that ankle. Grab behind the left thigh. Look to the left. Maybe close down the eyes or soften your gaze. Our cycles are a time of introspection. It's like our inner winter, if you will. It's a time for rest and renewal, for introspection, reflection. Just noticing where you're at, how you feel, how you've been feeling. It's a time for gratitude. It's a time to acknowledge all that we have done. It's a time to honor our bodies, to nourish our bodies. And give yourself permission to do so. Inhale through center. Go ahead and plant the feet down. Let the knees knock in towards center here. Taking some pressure off the low back. We'll set up for a bridge. So feet hip distance apart. And I'll encourage a supportive bridge if you have props. So if no props, just lift up the hips, tuck the tailbone towards the knees, and hold for 5 breaths. If you have props, place them under the glutes here so your hips are fully supported. They're tucking up instead of falling over the block. So we really want them to be supported. And then send your legs long. Maybe take your hands to the hip bones here. Sense of touch connected to the heart chakra. Infusing a little love into the pelvic region. Support. Sense of groundedness.
And maybe you draw the hands down to the belly. Let the heat from the palms warm. Sometimes I even tuck my hands in my waistband here and just, that way I don't have to work as hard. All right, we'll walk the feet in. Remove the blocks if you have them. Set the hips low and we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So we took Baddha Konasana earlier. We'll take it Supta today on our backs. Option to take blocks under the knees. And then hands to the body. I think that feels okay for you. The support and the love is needed. You know, sometimes we can be hard on ourselves when we're bleeding. I don't know if you're anything like me, but my self-critic is high, especially the couple days leading into my cycle. So some love and some grace and compassion for ourselves is needed. So you can infuse your practice with the intention of care. When we're menstruating, our intuition is high, it's at its highest. You might notice emotions are higher, probably because you're feeling more. You're like, oh, my body is saying this. It feels like my body wants this. You're right. That's your intuition. We learn to trust it and to honor it, to give ourselves what we need. Maybe we have the urge to cry sometimes because that's what the body needs. The body needs this release. You know, there's a purge going on. We're releasing. Sometimes emotions comes with that. So give yourself permission to feel and to be. Allow your intuition to shine. If you'd like to finish out your practice here in Supta Baddha Konasana, feel free. Otherwise, we'll meet in Shavasana, sending both legs long. Feel free to take up space. And you can keep the hands on the body if you'd like, or you can open them wide. Maybe you open them and you're like, actually, it does feel better to have my hands on the body, so you take it. I'm gonna give myself a little hug here. Soften the face.
Bring our awareness back in. And if you choose to finish out your practice here and stay here for a few minutes longer, please, please, please do so. Give yourself all the time that you need. Otherwise, we'll begin to flicker movement back into the body. Rock the head side to side. Take a big stretch, reach the arms up overhead. We'll make our way into a comfortable seat. Take your time, maybe roll over to one side first. Pressing yourself up when you're ready. Comfortable seat. Sitting up tall. Draw the palms into heart center for Anjali Mudra. We'll seal the practice with the sound of one Om, giving gratitude towards each other, to the practice of yoga, to our teachers, to their teachers, and to these bodies and all that they're capable of. Take a full breath in. Om. Inhale the thumbs to the third eye. And bowing to seal the practice. Oh, thank you, my friends. I'm in a little bit of a yoga high. I hope you feel good. I hope you feel like you are able to rest a bit, work into the hips, maybe find a little bit of relief, and be easy on yourself throughout the next couple of days, the rest of your cycle. And we'll see you next time.